single lowest closing since November 24th, 2005. Global jitters threw the Indian markets into a tailspin today, with the Sensex dropping by over 1,000 points, losing over 10% in a single day. This despite assurances from the finance minister himself.
It all began in the early hours of Friday morning when former US Fed Chief Alan Greenspan admitted that he had failed to anticipate the self-destructive impact of wanton mortgage lending on edgy Asian markets.
Those of us who have looked to the self-interest of lending institutions to protect shareholders' equity, myself especially, are in a state of shocked disbelief.
At 11:15 a.m. this morning, the Reserve Bank of India released its midterm review of the monetary policy, and in line with expectations, it left all key policy rates unchanged. Now, while there were a section of bankers that expected the Reserve Bank of India to possibly lower the repo rate by about half a percentage point, that did not happen, and that has been taken as a huge disappointment by the equity markets, which were expecting some sort of a rate cut, at least on the repo rate front. But remember, the Reserve Bank of India has already lowered two of the key policy rates fairly sharply over the course of the last 2 weeks.
Our financial system is strong and healthy, and our economic fundamentals are strong. Once the global situation is managed and calm and confidence are restored, we will return to a higher growth trajectory.
In response, by 11 o'clock, the bears were on the prowl. At 125, the Sensex finally breached the key psychological mark of 9,000. What followed was only more panic. Investors sold further, and Sensex finally ended 1,070 points in the negative.
I think clearly the Reserve Bank has taken steps in the last few days, and I think it's time to wait and watch how these steps take effect. And I think that's what we need to do.
What Black Friday had done was not only erode investor confidence, it had also given the government sleepless nights, which then too had urged the investors not to panic. But with a 1,000-point drop in the markets today, it is clear that panic has set in. And in the words of the RBI governor himself, we are now entering uncharted territory.